Hey, Ren, can you run a successful eBay account? It just runs auctions, doesn't run buy nows. I think you can, but I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say what the advantages and disadvantages of running auctions there. So there are some disadvantages there. It's definitely a good amount of advantages too. There's a few disadvantages as well. So let's talk about all. I'm gonna tell you about them. So just running auctions and eBay. This works for any these. What I'm gonna give you works for any seller. I think 10,000 feedback to 50,000 feedback to even say 500 feedback, even say the amount of feedback I have 345. Say blue star seller I have. I'm gonna try to just run every auction, everything I can run an auction. I'm gonna try to run an auction. But sometimes you just can't run an auction. For the items I can run an auction, I'm gonna do this tech. I mean these tech things taught me an auction. I'm gonna share them with you. So auction. So the advantages of running auctions is save Pokemon cards. Save a lot of 100 Pokemon cards. These are, and you don't look up names. Well, say you save some for 30. Say it's going from 30 50 bucks for a lot of 100 Pokemon cards. Say, for example, say you were still buy now for 39 and best offer. Say you take a best offer. Say you could take a best offer. Say someone offered you 35. You might take 35. But on auction, maybe you'll get full asking price 39.99. Maybe they get over full asking price, say 41, 42. If you get last second bids, get a little over the asking price. You might get a little under asking price, but might be what your best offer price would be. So you might take as a best offer. So and then you don't have to look each one up to see if each one say is valuable or not. See, if y'all want to say they're 1980s, y'all know all 1980s. You don't have to look each one up. And then the auction, you might be able to get a few more bids because they see one that's one more valuable than the rest. So you get a few extra dollars for that. And you didn't have to do much work at all looking up. Number 2 is you sell them quickly. I always like those 7-day actions, which you can list 1 day, 3 day, 5 day, or even 10-day actions. But I like the 7-day because it's not too. Because if people go on eBay, say people just go on eBay 1 day a week, buy stuff and do auctions. Well, you can get the people that proxy bid 1 day a week on first proxy bid to the end of the auction, or you can get the people that say bid every day, but you can get the people that proxy bid, use eBay's proxy bid system and bid up to their max 1 day a week. That's all they so, and you can have every type of bidder on it within 7 days. You can easily see them. So maybe you'll get a few more bids with 10-day, but I think that 7-day is probably more advantage than 10 than like a 1 day or 3 day or 5 days. Number 3 is you get things moving quickly. You're gonna buy it now. You might send them say for 2 weeks, say for 2 months, or say for like the no-hang place, a book I sold. That would be I'd be sitting on it for a while. I'm buying now. I don't know how long I'd be sitting on it for. This way I can sell it for say auction and get moving in say 7 days. Wait for it and then wait to get paid instead of saying for 2 months when I could just auction off. Got like a good price for it in 7 days. And then definitely number 4 is you can build up a following of people. Say you have 100. I have 11 followers right now, but I could get 15, 20, 30, 40, 50. Say you can get like 100, 200, 300 followers eventually when I'm more popular. And then just people that bid on my actions. They know all I do is run auctions. So people that do that will bid on my actions and be more apt to bid on my actions. Like drive up to the buy now price if I'm more experienced, say. So it's kind of nice, awesome. And Number 5, I think it's just pretty cool to run auctions because I think it's just fun to run auctions. Like, you never know what you're gonna get for them. You may get more than you hope for. Like, I did run a lot of 17 vintage fantasy paperbacks and sellers. Yeah, look them up, really. Look them up, just sort them out. And I list them up. And if I list them by now, I probably gave them away for like $10 plus shipping. Probably I was hoping like, say $6 plus shipping. I was thinking at most or something like that. I was surprised I got 8. And I thought, okay, maybe there's someone that really wants them. And there's a couple flippers that bid on them. And I eventually got to 51 plus shipping. And I think like if I listed them each individually, I could have got maybe say in the condition they were in, say acceptable. That's always acceptable. I could have got say 80 or 90. So, but which is all right. Which I'm still happy with the 50 when I got them by now. So it's kind of like, why are you listing them that way? But it's kind of like I don't want you listing them that way. But which doesn't bother me. I bought them from an auction house, and the auction house made their money. I made my money, and someone else can make money on them, which is all cool by me. And I don't know. And I just like to run auctions, and if I get a couple of followers, say 100 followers, that just like bidding on auctions. They like bidding on auctions. Oh, it's pretty cool too. And if you're gonna do an auction, I'd make sure you do either like for say like a pair of jeans, say used pair of jeans, you start at 9 cents plus shipping, or for like a more rare item, say for a more rare item, if I ran an auction like doing this, I would start like higher price. Like I seen someone that just runs auction saw Kansas football game used Kansas football jersey is at $49.90. The lowest one to take for it. And stuff like that, like stuff that gets good bidding, can be good on auction, but can't sell. But you might not say get a ton. You may not get a ton for. You may get like really low for it. But say it could go like really high. Say go for $100 plus shipping. Say go for $99.99 plus shipping. Or say go for 90 plus shipping. You start at say at $49.99 plus shipping. But say if you start at 99 cents plus shipping, you only get $50 plus shipping. So sometimes you may get more money for it, starting it higher. So I always just look at auctions and see what they're going for. Some people start auctions higher, some start them lower. So we see people start them lower. They're getting good price. They're getting good amount of bids or a good price for them. Then you can list them as an auction. You see a lot of people are just running auctions on them, but they're starting them pretty high. They're starting them at what the minimum they hope to get for them. Well, and just listed the minimum hope to get for it, or they listed it for. The disadvantages though is that sometimes, even though I've seen sometimes on like these high feedback accounts, that they don't even get one bid on even at minimum at them. Like 60,000 feedback, they only got one bid on. So, but if you don't relist it for you don't use the 8 free relist you get for free. What I would do is you could like change the title of it then and relist it. You could like put them, just take that thing off the side and relist it, say as a buy now. Say a buy it now. Or you could say save it for a junk drawer lot on eBay. Like a lot. Say save it for like a lot of similar style of similar items. Put in a lot. You could. But you could do that. Or you could save it for a garage sale. Or take it to like a local auction house and bid it off or give it away. Do something with it. But that's kind of the downside, is you don't sell everything. But you do sell like the majority of your items if you have a ton of followers and stuff like that. You sell the majority of rams as of right now, as an auction, even if it does get one bid. Sometimes it's just nice to sell it, even if it gets one bid plus shipping. It's nice to sell it. And if I get one bid plus shipping, sale is a sale. I'll sell it with one bid plus shipping. No big deal to me. So, sale is a sale. I'm gonna follow through with it. If they pay, I'm gonna follow through with it. The disadvantage too is you may not get the full value of what you listed it for. If you did buy it now, you may not, but you may also get more. So it's kind of the gamble you take. But I mean, most of the time, it'll even itself out though. Over a long time, once you actually may get more than you hope on some, maybe less than you hope on some. And over the course of all the auction year, it'll even itself out, I think. And like number 3, there's also that big disadvantage is that you get 0 feedback bidders that sometimes you get 0 feedback bidders that have no intentions of ever paying you. Or buyers will never pay you on auction. So if you list, say, an item for, say you list an item and say it sells, say, for $20 plus shipping. Say $20 plus shipping. And the buyer never will pay you on that item. What I do is I found out you could automatically open cases. I automatically open cases for eBay unpaid item assistant. So I do is I set it, I think the minimum was 4 days. I set 4 days. Buyer has 4 days to pay. And the buyer has 4 days after, eBay gives them 4 days after that to pay if they open a case against them. And then what I will do is 8 days after that, I will relist the item. And it's 8 days, 2 hours later. So say you listed it, say at 6 p.m. Let's say relist at 8 p.m. your time. Let's say relist at 8 p.m. And you'll be able to then relist it and start what your starting price was. Let's start at that price again. I believe it will. And it starts at whatever you started at before, plus your shipping. You can rebid it, restart the bidding process. Get a new bidder, get a new bidder, you may not get as much as you did the first time, but at least you get a sale on. And yeah, that's about it. There's a lot of positives around auctions. There's also some negatives around auctions, but even by now, sometimes you don't get paid if you take best offers. So, so I'm gonna try running auctions, and I got someone give me some Red Wing Eli like work boots or whatever, or steel toe style boots. Size 10F. And I saw Red Wing boots are doing pretty okay in auction. So I figured, the person that wore them was injured when they were. They were injured on them. They had like a foot injury and wore one of them on one foot, right foot. Their left foot was injured, so they didn't wear a boot on the left. They didn't wear a steel toe boot on the left foot, but they wore a steel toe boot on the right foot because the right foot was not injured. So, and then because the left one has the tie is still tied. It's still like the factory tie on it from when it was brand new. The other one is untied. So yeah, well, whatever. But anyway, I'm gonna go to bed and get up in the morning. Probably. So hopefully. I don't have a lot of aim stuff because you're just enrolling it. And it's a bit. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and I got no hiding place, so that's what I'm gonna tell you. it so far in the morning. And pack it up. And I have 2 beanies. I'm gonna pack them up. I pack them up. Ready? One brand new sealed, one used. I'm gonna pack up, and then pack that up and go to the post office. If I sell anything else, I'm gonna pack up, go to the post office. In order. If I get anything else from other people, or anything else, that's all fine. I mean, find stuff to source. Who knows? Do all that. So yeah. So exactly, maybe please take care of it and do all that. And yes, and maybe if I get more bids, I'm actually see what more bids I see what the boot action was. So, hey friends, my Red Wings boot action. I'm hoping the minimum, I think, brand new with box. Without box got $69.99 plus shipping, and new pre-owned got $24 plus shipping. For size 10, out, $69.99 plus shipping. I think I can get should probably be able to get like 30 or 40. I think you can get probably. So it has the original factory box, and one shoe's unworn, one shoe's worn, one shoe's been worn, was worn for about 6 months, and one boot hasn't been worn off. Maybe I should get 30, 35. Who knows? Like 30, 35, probably 35, I guess. Who knows? But whatever I get for them, I'll be happy. I'd probably be happy if I get, say, about 25 plus shipping or more. Right, what I'll be happy for. But since I did a retail box, I'm thinking maybe that should value it up probably at least $5, say 35. And then possibly maybe 35 because one boot's used or one boot's not. Possibly so. As the most. So that's fine. Whatever I get. So it's just trying to run up my auction. And just running auctions or anything I get. So this is just one stage closer to an auction or anything I get. So take care, everybody, please. Take care.